From the other side of the Footlights, here is WHRO FM critic M.D. Ridge.
On February 8th, the Norfolk Chamber Consort presented a tasty program appropriately entitled Bon Appetit, all of whose selections had something to do with delicious food and drink. Consort co-director Andrei Kasparov gave an entertaining pre-concert introduction to the various composers and their works, beginning with the influential and quite eccentric Erik Satie. His gymnopédies are probably the most familiar to audience, but full disclosure, I first heard his three pieces in the form of a pair on WHRO. It was Satie's first composition for piano duet, strikingly performed this night by the Inventia piano duo of Kasparov and co-director Oksana Lutsishin. Even the title of the piece is a joke. There are not three pieces, but seven, with funny titles. Manière de commencement, beginning, was haunting with a surprise ending. The second, called Prolongation du même, more of the same, was different, with marching declarative chords. In Piece 1, the melody goes around oddly, punctuated by crossing chords. Piece 2 was light, bright, and quick, with a lyrical, song-like middle. Piece 3 was labeled brutal, was exactly that, insolent and insistent. The sixth piece was ample. What's more, that takes the mind out of its rut and goes different places with it. The last movement is inelegantly labeled rehash. It begins gently and ends pianissimo. One doesn't often hear recipes put to music, even though Rossini said he could put a laundry list to music, but he never did. The remarkable Leonard Bernstein set 4 19th century French recipes to music for piano in the voice of Jenny Turrell: plum pudding, oxtails, tavuk guensis, a Turkish chicken recipe, and Rabbit at Top Speed. The first and last were sung in French, the middle two in English by mezzo-soprano Adrienne Kerr. Lutsishin's rollicking piano cheerfully underscored the rollicking melodies, which were blindingly fast and not easy to sing. 6 sections of the divertissement from Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker followed. It was the world premiere of Kasparov's arrangement for piano duo. Kasparov noted that the Nutcracker is not as popular, not as highly thought of in Russia as it is here. The dances take place in the kingdom of the sweets, ruled by the sugar plum fairy. The Spanish dance is called chocolate, recalling the introduction of chocolate to Europe following the Spanish conquest of South America. The sonorous, mysterious Arabian dance evokes the Middle East, where coffee was cultivated for centuries. The Chinese dance celebrates tea. Candy canes are the subject of the tripak, a muscular Russian dance. The Danish shepherdesses was originally the dance of the mirliton, which was the name of both a French sweet cake and a reed pipe. Mother Ginger and her children was inspired by a Russian candy of the 1880s sold in a well-known tin in the shape of a woman with a large skirt. The tin opened at the bottom to reveal Mother Ginger's children inside. It was lovely, familiar music in an unusual, delightful arrangement. It's always interesting to watch Kasparov and Lutsishin's piano forehands work. Turning pages, for instance. Like doubles in tennis, they have to feel whose turn it is because there's no time to ponder the question. Lutsishin was on the left playing the bass part and doing the pedaling, while Kasparov was on the right playing the treble melodies and, yes, ear pedaling a bit. Johann Sebastian Bach never wrote an opera, the only genre he didn't contribute to, but his hilarious Coffee cantata is as close as he could get to a comic opera. Before it even started, Kasparov had the audience in stitches, showing them his coffee tie, patterned with cups. He conducted a terrific ensemble of flute, Wela Chambo, 2 violins, Gretchen Loyola and Shu-Chi Wang, viola, Anastasia Milozzi, cello, Jeffrey Phelps, Marlene Dietrich, double bass, and harpsichord, Lutsishin. The recitatives were sung in English, and the arias between them were sung in German, with the translation thoughtfully included in the program. The narrator, tenor Brian Nedvin, began the tale of Mr. Schlendrian at his wit's end because his daughter Lieschen is addicted to coffee and won't give it up as he asks. Gregory Gardner's clean, clear bass brought out Schlendrian's concern for his daughter and frustration that she won't do what he says. Soprano Elizabeth Hogue was wonderfully expressive as Lieschen, the contrary daughter who swears if she can't have her 3 little cups of coffee a day, she'll turn into a shriveled-up roast goat. Her father warns, if you don't give up coffee for me, you won't go to any wedding parties or even out for walks. Fine, she thinks. Leave my coffee alone. Father threatens to withhold a new dress, bonnet ribbons, even looking out the window, but Lieschen is adamant. But she wants a husband. Okay, no more coffee. And the narrator sings of Schlendrian going about looking for a husband for her, while Lieschen decides the marriage contract will have a clause that she will be permitted to brew coffee whenever she wants it. As Shakespeare said, if music be the food of love, play on. All three, Nedvin, Gardner, and Hogue, join in the final, joyful, rueful chorus with the full ensemble. It was an utterly charming end to an utterly charming evening. From the other side of the Footlights, I'm M.D. Ridge.